So this is task 1, and we have a PowerPoint, and we have task 1 and task 2. So the PowerPoint will show us everything we need to know about stakeholders, who they are. So we'll have to read this PowerPoint first of all. What's an internal stakeholder? It's generally somebody who's involved directly in the business, and an external stakeholder, somebody who's outside the business. So there's loads of different stakeholders. Now remember, before we went off, that a stakeholder is somebody who is involved in the business in any way. That could be a customer buying products, an employee who works for the business, an owner, a manager, whatever. So that PowerPoint will take you through who's an internal stakeholder and who is an external stakeholder. Now, an external stakeholder will be somebody like a customer. An internal stakeholder will be somebody like an employee, somebody who is directly involved in the business. So there's an idea of some of them there. If I go back into Google Classroom a wee second, this is task 1, and all you have to do in task 1 is fill this in the Google Doc and upload it. Now, you will see there's a lot of internal and external words here. So these are the words we're going to use on the top in bold, and we fill them in here. So if I do the first line, no business can ignore its something. I would imagine that's customers. So no business can ignore its customers. And so they're often said to be the most important something stakeholder. That must be external stakeholder. This is because if a business cannot sell its products or services, it will eventually become bankrupt. So you're going to pick those words from there and try and put them in this Google Doc first of all. That's task 1. And then down there, internal and external stakeholders, task 1 part 2. And task 1 part 3 is this one at the bottom. And remember, you're using the words in bold. So a business may not mind being unpopular with the something if most of its something is located far away. Well, I would imagine that stakeholder they're talking about there may not mind being unpopular with the local community if most of its customers are located far away. That's what would my guess be there. That's task 1. Task 2 is about conflicts, so arguments involved within stakeholders. So one stakeholder may want something which another one does not. So there's some examples of how conflict can occur. Conflict's usually an argument. And then I've wrote a wee case study there. I want you to see if you can work out the conflict between owners. So using the above case study, explain what the main interests of the following stakeholders are in this business. Owners. Any stakeholders who's an owner, their main priority, their main interest is to make money. Employees is obviously to work for the company. So you're just, in this one here, it's not actually asking for conflict, it's just asking for what's their main interest. So you'll find that on the PowerPoint. What's the main interest of an owner? What's the main interest of an employee? And then explain why Martin may find it difficult to meet the needs of all the stakeholders above. Identify 3 conflicts that may occur between them. Well, I've sort of maybe give you some ideas there, so without giving you the answer, that's what I want you to work toward. They're the first 2 tasks. Give it a go. Remember, we are going to have a Google Meet shortly, which is like an online lesson, but I want to just get the introduction task out of the way this week, first of all. Any questions, just drop me a message. Thank you.